Other news: Tinubu documented drug trafficking underpins Obi petition. Do welcome to today's news, and thank you for tuning in to the news. But please, you can subscribe to this channel by clicking on the subscribe button and the bell for more updates. Now to the news details. Please listen carefully to the end. The United States has developed several safety valves through which unpopular, unable, or unfit leaders can be flushed. Presidents have been or can be ousted by voters, rejected by their own parties, removed in place by opponents or subordinates, dismissed preemptively, displaced by deaths, declared unable to serve, or impeached and removed. How to get rid of a president: History's Guide to Removing Unpopular, Unable, or Unfit Chief Executives by David Price. In the week just past, Nigerian Secret Service warned about plans by some unscrupulous elements to foment violent acts. Whoever those people are, know this: you will be playing into the hands of the corrupt political elites who have been fast by the graveyard silence of the citizenry in the face of what were a hugely flawed 2023 general elections. Even protests will be ill-advised at this time. Young Nigerians should not allow themselves to be goaded into self-destructing acts that will only end up undermining their democratic governance goals. Anything outside of legal and civic engagements towards rectifying what are genuinely felt grievances will be counterproductive. There is nothing to prove with the protest this early. The 2020 EndSARS protests already showed what Nigerian youths are capable of when they put their mind to something. That is leverage. The focus should instead now be on the presidential election petition process. That is the only effective and constitutional way to seek redress. The documented drug trafficking past of Bola Tinubu, the presidential candidate of the ruling All Progressives Congress (APC) party, will finally be formally interrogated within the Nigerian judicial system. Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, who has woken up the patriotic passions of a Itato Alof dominant youth population, is making it the bedrock of his petition against the declaration of Mr. Tinubu as president-elect by the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) in early March. Curiously, the Nigerian media is underreporting this great matter yet again. Had there been enough coverage hitherto, Mr. Tinubu might not have become the presidential candidate of the ruling APC in the first place. Silence was acquiescent. Mr. Obi and Atiku Abubakar of the main opposition People's Democratic Party and Labour Party, who were Mr. Tinubu's key rivals in the 2023 presidential election on February 25th, are similarly guilty of silence as consent. They both had good grounds to challenge Mr. Tinubu's suitability for the most exalted office in the land before the election. They did not. Perhaps they thought it's unimaginable that Mr. Tinubu will win. Well, I guess they are wiser now. After the declaration of Mr. Tinubu as winner by INEC, unprecedented as that was, being as a compulsory 25% of votes requirement in the Federal Capital Territory was discountenanced. Mr. Abubakar and Mr. Obi are now challenging Mr. Tinubu's purported victory at the Federal Court of Appeal, which is the election tribunal for presidential elections. Mr. Obi's petition is the most encompassing, as he not only argues his view based on observed widespread irregularities during the presidential election, which have already been attested to by local and foreign election observers, but also on the more robust matter of eligibility. It is probably not accurate to say many of the controversies around Mr. Tinubu's eligibility, ranging from inconsistencies in his personal history to corruption, were not interrogated by his opponents via the courts previously. After the presidential election, whereas the other oppositions to the APC, had to seek a legal redress, but Mr. Obi of the Labour Party has woken up the youth and concerned Nigerian youth, has brought out evidences about Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Mr. Obi's petition is the most encompassing, in which his petition has made both the local and the foreign election observers to have interest in his case. And this is a great matter of Mr. Tinubu's forfeiture of a significant sum to U.S. authorities over documented drug trafficking activities that took place in the United Kingdom, whereby the sum was $490,000. Now, they are making use of the drug trafficking to petition Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now the question is, was he truly involved in the drug trafficking? And will the drug trafficking affect him to be sworn in May 29? Kindly share your comments in the comment section. Thank you.